Hi, it's Father Samuel Hakim in Atchison, Kansas, with a word of hope for the fourth Saturday of Lent. Well, today we have a division in our gospel, a division caused really by partial information about who Jesus is. See, in the camps of this divide of the peoples, each group has a certain bit of knowledge about Jesus, but because they hold on to just that bit, they're driven apart. So some say that Jesus is truly the prophet. Others say that he's the Christ. But others say, well, no, the Christ is supposed to come from the line of David, and Jesus, at least we think, comes from Galilee. We even have the authorities who want to kill him because of what they see as blasphemy, seeing Jesus as just human and not truly divine. But you see, the problem is that Jesus is all of these things together, and all of these things must be held together. We can fall into a similar trap in our belief about Jesus, in our knowledge of who he is. You see, it's important to be aware of who Christ fully is. That's a tricky task. Oftentimes, when we think of Christ, we effectively think of him as nothing more really than a great miracle worker. Or perhaps we think about him as only this far and distant God. Or perhaps the opposite, as only a human being just like us, albeit the best of human beings. When in reality, Jesus is all of these things and more. Perhaps we might be tempted to think of Jesus as just this great example in how to live a moral life. Yet it was his death and his resurrection which is our salvation. So, who is Jesus for us? I encourage you to think about it, to spend some time studying it even. There are a number of wonderful books about Jesus Christ. Might I suggest to you Benedict XVI's Jesus of Nazareth, at least the first volume. Very beautiful unfolding of the completeness of the picture of who Christ is. Because after all, the more that we know about Jesus Christ, about who he is for us, the more we can fully love him as he is. The more that we love him, the more that we become like him. So who is Jesus? Study it. Come to know him and love him with everything that you are. God bless.